It's Guitar Stuff Studio. Welcome, I'm Andy. Right, this is probably going to cause a huge fight. I don't want it to. I'm not here for the controversy. That's not me. I'll leave that to everyone else. But the whole point of this video, right, is to start a discussion or something. Yeah, that's it, a discussion, a discourse. Right, so we've all seen the memes online, you know, these ones, the ones making fun of people who can't change their own guitar strings and have to take their guitars to the shop to get new strings put on. So, I was going to say hands up how many of you out there change your own strings, but I'm probably going to say it's like 99% of all guitar players are capable of changing their own strings. I mean, I would be even broker than I am now if I was paying somebody else to change my strings. I mean, I own quite a few guitars, and I change my strings a lot. I don't know, maybe twice a month. Obviously, depending on how much I've been, using that guitar. I know I change my strings way too often, but I just like new strings. So, just out of curiosity, jump in the comments and let me know how often you change your strings. I would love to know. Oh, and while you're there, like and subscribe. Is twice a month excessive? Is it not enough? I just like the feel of new strings. I'm a fan. It's like opening, I don't know, a new jar of coffee or, opening a brand new book. I tried Googling, right, how often you should change your own strings, and that rabbit hole cost me a day in my life I will never get back. And I still didn't find a definitive answer. I think the general consensus seems to be that guitar players change their strings when they feel like they need to. When they start feeling all crappy or they just don't sound as bright as you like them to. I mean, that makes sense, right? Or if you've got an important gig coming up. All good answers, I think you'll agree. If you've got any more reasons for changing your strings, let me know. I might make a funny video about it. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. And that is some people's inability to change their own guitar strings. I mean, I find it hard to believe these people actually exist. I mean, do you think that being a guitar player means that you should be able to, change your own strings and perform basic maintenance to your guitar? I mean, if I had to pay somebody to change my strings as frequently as I like to on all my guitars, it would probably cost me about $500 a month or something. And there's a new guitar every month. Now, I'm not trying to start a fight, like I said, but I think that you should be able to change your own strings on your guitar at the very least. It's like there's people that can't change a tyre on their car. And I'll tell you why, right? And this is deadly serious, right? I think it makes you a better guitar player if you can change your own strings and, perform maintenance and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that once you've learned how to maintain your guitar, you become an instant shred lord and your riffs will get sicker. But it's more about having a better understanding of your instrument. God, this sounds so pretentious, and I don't mean it to, because that's not me. But the more familiar you become with your guitar, the better you will understand it and understand how it works and where the sounds come from and, why it makes the sounds that it makes. Look, I know that to most guitar players, changing the strings is not that big a deal. I mean, I enjoy it. I find it very relaxing, it's very cathartic. And I get a sense of accomplishment after I've taken my guitar apart, cleaned it, oiled the fretboard, set it all back up, just how I love it. That is my happy place. I'll leave links in the description for all the stuff I use when I'm cleaning my guitars and polishing them and everything. You can check them out. I do genuinely feel, right, by doing these things myself, that I now have a better understanding of the instrument. And I'm a lot more comfortable with it, when I'm holding it. And, added bonus, I can also get my guitars exactly how I like them. I mean, I can have the action now where I want it, which is lower than something really low on something that's low already. And I save a ton of money. Now, I am not claiming to be a luthier of any kind. That is not me. It's not my thing. Luthiers are a different breed. I mean, I'd never dream of refretting my guitar, for instance. I know I'd mess that up. I'd have like some frets this high and some that high, and they'd be rougher than a waitress at a truck stop. But I mean, I only use really light strings, so frets isn't really an issue for me. Well, won't be for some time, I guess. Look, I'm not having a go at anyone who doesn't change their own strings or can't do basic maintenance on their guitars. Some people just aren't handy like that, I get it. But if you can do it, it's very worthwhile and fulfilling. But saying that, right, there's some dudes like, you know, they'll take their guitars into the local guitar shop to get some strings set up, and then they'll come back and they'll say some shit like, oh yeah, my guitar tech. You haven't got a guitar tech, dude. You're not even in a band. If you play guitar in your bedroom, you don't need a guitar tech. It's Gary at Guitar Center, isn't it? I mean, I never knew how to set up a Floyd Rose until recently, mostly because I didn't have any guitars with Floyds on them. Now I've got a few guitars with Floyds on them, and I am quite proficient at setting them up. Now, the thing is, with YouTube and the like, there are so many videos and how-tos now that they will show you step by step how to do anything to your guitar. And if you've got the space, i.e. a table or a desk, and you've got the tools, so let's face it, it's a couple of Allen keys and a screwdriver, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do these things for yourself. And I'm not trying to put luthiers out of business or anything right here. We're always going to need luthiers for putting the heads back on Gibsons and everything, you know, for the big jobs. But I think as a guitar player, you should at least be able to change your own strings and, you know, clean your fretboard at the very least. Because I do think that once you understand your guitar better, it'll make you a better player. Anyway, jump in the comments and let me know what you think. I'll leave links as usual for my socials and everything else in the description. And don't forget, I stream every Wednesday and Saturday night, so feel free to drop by. If you say hi in the comments, I'll give you a shout out. I've left a link for my Twitter. If you want to come on the stream, then just send me a message on Twitter, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy. Peace out.